Welcome Pisces to your November 2020 reading. We brought in 8 decks of tarot and oracles, so we're going to go ahead and do a quick cut, and we'll cut each deck and then we'll go ahead and pull the cards here. We have the Liquid Crystal deck, we have the Starman Tarot, Journey with Nicole Mandala cards, Nature's Whispers, and some medicine card. So let's get started and pull in. Let's pull in some Starman Tarot. What messages do we have for the Pisces for November 2020? In Scorpio season right now. What is going on? And actually the moon just went into Pisces today. So sure we've got messages for the Pisces. 8 of Swords. What's going on, Pisces? 2 of Wands. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, we got the Death card. You got a lot going on here. Got a lot of closure. And the 3 of Wands. The 2 and 3 of Wands. I like that. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. So we've got a lot of choices going on here. Looks like quite the battle going on with our immediate past because we have the 8 of Swords. This is the Starman Tarot deck, so it shows the bondage of the 8 of Swords. And if you're familiar with the 9 of Swords, it's kind of like one of the those kind of cards. So the 8 of Swords is right along the same path. You've got a lot going on. There's a lot of confusion. You kind of want to go into hermit mode because you're not really sure how you want to deal with things. It's a bit overwhelming, but then you have the 2 of Wands that comes in with a little bit of fresh energy. So we've got the 2 of Wands that says, you know, there is light at the end of that tunnel, and it's going to come down to just the 2 basic choices here. We're going to go ahead and look at the book on that one because it precedes the Death card, and we all know that the Death card doesn't necessarily or even mean a death. It means a death of a situation and a breaking down of a situation so something new can come in, which would make sense why the 3 of Wands comes right after that. So you're definitely on the upward motion for November 2020. Looks like there's something that definitely, this 8 of Swords is what you had in your immediate past, and that's probably what's happening with the Death card. You're having a hard time letting that go and letting that old belief and or situation die down. So I'm going to just put this right here for a second. I want to shuffle. I'm just going to grab, oops, we'll just go ahead and grab that one. That's the Celebrate card. So I see that there really is going to be some clearing. It's like the most of it, it's like the worst is over. But with this Death card, you're still, we're going to look at those 2 of Wands. We're going to do that right now. Let me just pull one more of these. And it's unconditional love. So I feel there's something, and it's most likely it's regarding a relationship. And it's almost like you don't want to let some things go of this relationship. But actually we're going to go with the 2 of Wands first, and then we'll look at the Death card here. 2 of Wands. This is the Starman Tarot deck. Here's the book here. I love this deck. I use it in almost all of my readings. The 2 of Wands suggests wherever you are in your life, it would be advisable to gain a powerful perspective. Standing back before the fireworks of inspiration, an incredible idea seizes you and sends you flying. Review your position. Can you see the landscape ahead? the trajectory of this possibility, or does there need to be much more research before you embark on something new? There is tremendous advantage in taking the time to see and investigate the bigger picture. Understanding how the topography of your life, your goals and dreams, span out across time and space, the possibility is absolutely present for you to reach previously unimaginable heights with your ideas and sense of purpose. So it's about gaining perspective and waiting for the right moment, maybe drafting up your plans, looking out to the future. So with this death card, there's no doubt about it that when you've got you're in sync, you know what you need to do, because this Eight of Swords, you have to get out of this. This is the immediate past, and if not the present right now. So this Eight of Swords, this it's more than drama. It's like self-induced pain, basically. Self-induced pain. And I do think it has something to do with some kind of relationship, which I don't normally bring relationships into the readings, but it does. We do have some relationship cards here. So, but with the death card, it's about just, letting that go. But we're going to go ahead and read that, because the Starman Tarot, he's got such incredible different perspectives than the traditional tarot. And that's why it's fun to read his description on some of these. So I'm just going to be real quick on this one. Death indicates that sudden and unexpected change is imminent. The ending of a major phase or aspect of your life is to be trusted. Death is the master cleanser. If you surrender to the process of dissolution, the letting go of situation and ways of being that you have outgrown, allowing it to unfold naturally, there will be much new growth, new life, and then here comes the Three of Wands, which, you've got a lot of possibilities, because you took the time to start planning with your Two of Wands. You took the time to really get clear about what it is that you're gonna move forward with this relationship, and let the old die, basically. So let me pull in some liquid crystal. Love pulling in some liquid crystal. We already shuffled these and cut them, but we're just gonna do one more. It's good to bring in crystal energy, and it helps for when you're listening to the readings. If you have any of these crystals and they come into your awareness or your presence, then they're meant for you at the time, because they hold a lot of energy. So that's what the cards and spirit is trying to tell you. So listen to the messages. Amber, which is about laughter. It's also my card for protection. So and with the death card, I can see where that would be with the falling of a relationship or something old. I think it's important to keep that sense of protection, and knowing that you're protected when you're making major decisions and letting your life change in a major way. That way, knowing that you're protected when you make those decisions can be very influential for your choices. Something about the amber, though, it collects light, and it is like a beacon of light. So I feel like when you let this situation and or person or relationship, when you let go of that old part, I feel like the new light will be able to shine through. And I think that that's kind of how I felt with the Three of Wands, was that there's just a bunch of new vibrant light that's going on once this old situation can die. And with the Celebrate card and the unconditional love, it just keeps going. So I think you need to embrace it rather than be scared of it, and get very clear, like with this Two of Wands, get very clear about what your next step is going to be. in regards to how you're going to let that go, because once you let that go, then you're in full motion with the Three of Wands. And you've got the laughter. This is the laughter card in this liquid crystal deck. And you've got all this light, and then you celebrate, and then it's unconditional love. So that's why I really do feel like this might be a relationship. So there's a lot of joyous energy surrounding it. There's just something part of the relationship that needs to die. And I don't know, it might be the complete relationship itself, but there is something that that is causing this Eight of Swords energy. And whatever is the cause of this Eight of Swords energy is what needs to go right now, because you have excellent light everywhere else. You have beauty and celebration and love everywhere else. So it's gonna kind of be a no-brainer, because then you're just gonna head to the Nine of Swords if you don't. And then here's the Sunstone, which is all about radiant light. It says it right there, radiant light. So it's time to let all this light come through. You have too much radiant light to stay in this coffin that's in this card, and stay in this coffin and be all bound up because of this turmoil. It's time to let it go. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one more. This is the White Sage Tarot. We're just going to pull one more. See if we can get one more card here. And then I'll pull one Nature's Whisper, but I really feel like, can we get a clarifier here on the Eight of Swords and the Two of Wands? See if we can get a clarifier. Eight of Swords, Two of Wands. And look, we have the Death card again. So since we have twins, this is most likely, this is some kind of twin flame energy. And it looks like the twin flame situation is either someone's relationship is going to part, and you're going to come into the light with your twin flame, or if you're with your twin flame now, then it looks like it's time to part, and you need to move on your way. There's too much unconditional love and light here, so it makes me think that your twin flame is close by, and you know this, because you know this situation you're in has to get resolved before you can be with this twin flame maybe. So however it resonates with you is what works best. Let's pull a Nature's. Now, if the Beacon of Light card comes up here, then we know for sure that we're dealing with a twin flame that you need to go to. So let's just see what happens, because there is one card in here that represents that. Breakthrough. So, and I feel like that's with this Death card. I feel like you are emerging into something very beautiful and a very, unconditional love, basically. And with this situation, whatever this Eight of Swords is, having the Death card come up twice when I asked for clarification on the Eight of Swords and the Two of Wands, which is right next to the Death card, having it come up twice means something needs to be let go in order for all this other beautiful light. I mean, look at all this beautiful energy of light and unconditional love and celebration. And that can all be yours if you just get this, whatever this is in this Eight of Swords, and get this taken care of so you can move forward with this. I hope this was helpful for you, Pisces. Just remember, November 2020, looks like you've got a little bit of challenging situation right now, but you're going to get through it. And like this card, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you. Peace out.